All right, so it says that we're live. So welcome back, everybody. It's July the 21st, 2024 at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching this back later, by all means, leave a comment and we will respond to you. So let's play the Can You See and Hear Us game, even though I know when it comes to seeing, I'm blinding y'all with the background, but we've done played this game before. It's just a horrible spot to record, but it's what we have available to us. Otherwise, we're inside and people don't really seem to like us being inside. All right, everybody says live, loud, and clear. That's awesome. We need to go ahead and say hello, Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
I see people asking there. And Christine, thank you so much for the
Thank
live
you,
stream. Even got
Christine.
started. Such a generous offer, or not offer, such a generous gift. Buying 10 memberships for people. So thank y'all so much for that. I didn't really get no sneak peeks out this week because with the heat, the rain, everything else going on, I did not start on the big outdoor project this week, but I am starting on it this coming week, and we'll get some sneak peeks and stuff out to our members. It's also worth mentioning we are going to do another live stream this week just for our members to say thank you for all the people that's doing this. While we absolutely do not expect memberships or anything above and beyond, watching us, being here on Sunday nights is enough. Just means the world to us. But because people are going above and beyond, we want to do something else. So this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Just want to keep the time the same. Yeah. Maybe y'all are home, getting off of work by then, settled down enough. Who knows? Let's do one Wednesday. We typically, I think we're going to try to do them on Thursdays, but I've got a delivery coming in this week, and I have no idea if I'll be offloading the truck Thursday, what time. So I guess this Wednesday, for any members that are curious, we're going to do our first ever members live stream.
Yeah, we'll jump on for about 30 minutes or so and just chat with y'all. Yeah.
Give y'all an update what's going on for the week, check in with y'all, and then we'll probably start doing this once a month for our membership stuff there. So appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate you, Christine. That was so kind and generous. Yeah. All right. So I see everybody's talking about weather, hot. Looks like Hammer's on. Good to see you back, Hammer. Everybody's been asking about you, thinking about you. And of course, he had to rub it in our face and said it's 68 degrees where he's at. I could only imagine. I could only imagine. Somebody else said they're from North Georgia and they're 10 degrees cooler than normal. I'm like, boy, not down here. Hot and humid. Although we got multiple rains today.
Yeah, the rain did cool it down a little bit today. So it feels pretty good right now.
Well, I don't want to say it just feels good.
Compared to what it normally
I'm looking over there right now, 83% humidity and 88 degrees. So at least we're under the 90s, which is awesome for us. It's this nasty humidity. I wasn't sure if we was going to do a live stream outside because we've got 3 rains and storms today. And right when I was out here setting up, it was lightning just to our east. But then I just checked the radar, it like vanished. So we're good to go. Worked out perfect. Okay, let's see what else we got going on. So Kristen says, where's Crystal, Cash, and Adam? I know Crystal's here. I've done seen her. Cash, he just gets on when he feels like it here lately. Shame on Cash. Something about always working on Sundays.
Working.
Excuses. And Adam, he's usually on. We'll have to see if he's on here as I scroll down and start reading.
He might be working too.
He could be. I know sometimes he's got to go in. He's in management. Sometimes he has to go in and get ready. Yeah, Crystal's always here. 100%.
Cheerleader.
Yeah, our cheerleader. All right. Let me go find some comments here. I'm looking.
Someone asked, how is our diet going? So we can
talk
a little bit about that. Our diet is actually going very well, better than expected. We're eating really good, and I'm trying to get creative with it, and we're liking it.
That's what's making it work so well. I've got an amazing cook for a wife, and she has made all kinds of stuff I could have never dreamed of. So not just eating steak all day long every day, which everybody says, oh, that must be nice. No, you'll get bored with that pretty quick. She has come up with some stuff I didn't even realize were just all meat products, and it makes it very easy.
Yes. Yeah.
And now we're kind of over I'm over the weird kind of sugar and carb shock and feeling groggy the first few days. And whoa, what was that? Uh-oh, it's a wasp. Hang on. I thought
got me.
I thought we got all these.
That was bad.
He flew on my leg.
That was a bad spot to get bit.
I about got stuck. Well, he hit me in the side of the head before he made it to you. Woo. So what were we saying? Anyways, yeah, the carnivore diet. It's been going well. The first week kind of rough. I think that's to be expected when you're shocking your body with a change. I've only got like really one symptom left. I'm still kind of occasionally dealing with Adam's favorite subject, but overall good. First week, heck, dropped like 7 pounds, like nothing. Now I'm kind of just leveling out. As I work outside more and burn calories, because I'm at a calorie deficit, really, I should continue to drop weight, no problems. We're monitoring blood pressure, we're monitoring weight, we're writing all this stuff down, and hopefully after a few weeks, we'll get the awesome results that everybody else seems to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're hoping for it.
I'm enjoying it. The food change wasn't as bad as I was thinking. First week, yeah, I had cravings. I was wanting bread. I was wanting just everything. My body was just craving carbs. Now I don't really have the food cravings. Like it doesn't.
I do still crave pizza.
Yeah. See, and I've loved bread my entire life. And the first week I was with you. This week I'm kind of like, whatever. Like.
But I did make a carnivore pizza and it turned out really good.
Yeah, carnivore pizza, believe it or not. And it wasn't cheating at all. It was a meat-based crust. Like, again, she's getting so creative with this. It's kind of cool. All right, so how is Ruger and how are the chickens doing? Zoe wants to know.
The chickens are doing good. We've been letting them out occasionally, and they're really loving that. I mean, we can't even open up the coop door without them just wanting to run out every time we go over there.
As I found out this weekend while she was gone to the beach again.
They're doing really good. And Ruger, everything is good with his surgical area. His wound is healing up really good. That was this week that we got the news from the vet, right?
Yes. Yeah. It was like Tuesday afternoon. We got it much later than expected, but very good news.
So his biopsy came back that it wasn't cancerous. It wasn't, any type of infection that they could tell. So they thought it maybe was like a torsion of some kind that might have caused the issue to start. So the antibiotics and the steroids seem to be taking everything down to normal. There's just still one little area that's not quite going away. So we're just going to see how things go after all the medications and go from there. But
he's in good spirits. Good. He's happy. Where's he at? He's over here standing in front of the fan. We're trying to acclimate him back to outside because he's turned into an AC baby. And he's probably going to get the old boot outside again this week. But we're not letting him outside until he's 100% healed, no wounds showing because he can't get it in the dirt and he cannot get in water. And I'm ready for him to get back outside because I haven't gotten my pool in a month, y'all. A month now that I think about it. I think last time I got, I think it has been.
Wow.
The last time I got the pool was the last time I jumped in it on the live stream. And I haven't got in it because I don't want to break his heart and tease him. He loves water so much. And we've had to keep the baby gate up for weeks and weeks here. And the first couple of days, he would just go out there and stick his face in the gate, look at the pool like, I want to swim. But obviously you can't with an open wound like that. And the doctor was adamant that we wait a minimum of 2 weeks. And that's going to be in a few more days. And then we can let him get outside, get in the dirt, get in the pool, and kind of get back to his normal lifestyle. So, yeah, it's interesting. So any new doves? Not really. I've got a handful of dove out there, but it's just your typical residential stuff. Nothing that's got me super excited at the moment. Maybe we'll see something here before long. Mr. Larry, AC's been broken for 2 weeks. You still haven't got that thing fixed? Oh, I feel so bad for you. And he says it's 108 there. I don't know how you're making it. That's just absolutely dangerous. How was the quick brisket I did? Good. I thought it was really good.
Very good.
That end section about that much, bit tough. Not like it wasn't edible. It was great. But the rest of it, man, that's the only way I'm going to cook them here on. I'm not doing this waking up in the middle of the night mess again.
Yeah, I think we would cook it more frequently.
We are, because now on Carnivore, that is one of the best things I feel like there is to cook if you're willing to go outside and kind of babysit a smoker, which I really don't have to. $4 a pound, huge chunk of meat. We can eat it multiple times. We can freeze it. We froze a lot of it. Pull it back out.
Plus, it's going to be a good alternative for whenever we cook for our family or friends. We always typically do Boston butt, so this will be something new to change up and do, because normally you wouldn't do that because it's so time consuming.
Yeah, we can absolutely try it for the next get together or something like that. All right, Mr. Ron has jumped on from Ontario, Canada.
Hello.
Welcome, sir. Crystal said I had Indian tacos for dinner. What is that?
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Tell us more.
No, don't tell us more because we can't eat that right now on our diet. That sounds awesome, though. So Kim says, thanks for the EcoFlow coupon. Bought another Delta 2. You are absolutely welcome. Hopefully it saved you some money. The sales looked really good last week for the Prime Day. So hopefully you caught a really good price right there. I'm in timeouts for making poo jokes, says Adam. Boy, here we go.
Usually.
Yeah. When is the When is the shrimp bowl for the new diet? Well, asked Adam. Well, that's the problem. I'm highly allergic to shrimp, so we're not doing a shrimp bowl. Not unless y'all
need to do a crab boil.
Yeah, crab boil, I'm okay with. For some reason I didn't eat crab. I absolutely cannot eat shrimp. It swells my throat up. So not happening at all. Okay. Wasp are the devil's creature in the air.
What is
He
it?
says wasp are the devil's creature in the air. Yeah, well, they are when they sting you. And for some reason, they'll just randomly fall down here and attack us. I need to spray the porch one more time because I didn't get them all that one day, although I killed like 150, but some have come back and some have hatched out. I'm looking at the nest right now. I don't really see any on that nest. There's a couple nests that's got a few back. And these look like the little babies that's coming out. I guess they just don't really know how to fly just yet, and they're following all over us. So I guess we need to go take care of the babies that managed to come out. I'm reading. Need some more content on the Kelley's Outdoor channel. Yes, we do. But we also need it to cool off a little too. Oh, unless y'all just want to see some swimming content. Okay. Where did you go to the beach?
I went to Jacksonville for my sister's birthday. Yep, we celebrated her birthday this weekend. It was fun. I didn't get in the water too much because all the sharks, so we didn't see any, but it's been a lot this year with the reports of shark bites and attacks and everything. So
Yeah,
I was really not wanting to get in.
Jacksonville Beach is not the prettiest beach anyways.
It isn't
As
to
far,
me.
especially the
Yeah.
water, it's always been very, very dirty there. But when you got family right there that you can stay and y'all can go visit, why not? I mean, it's a stone's throw away. And if this girl don't get her about 3 to 4 beach trips a year, she gets cranky. She gets cranky. She's got to go get her some beach time. And I'm like,
do.
go, because I could care less
Yeah.
about the beach. You're burning up sand everywhere you don't want it, salty. Wore out at the end of the day.
I'm starting to not really care for the beach as much as I used to. I get about 2 hours and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. I want some clean, fresh water. And
All I want is
Yeah.
fresh water. All right, so Half Pint says the fire ring is perfect. Thanks again. So Half Pint just come over and bought a fire ring from me that I built for him. I'm
Good
still
deal.
working down the list. I've got another person a promised fire pit next week. I got another one that's done that somebody's going to be picking up probably the following week. I'm going to make a couple more the next week, although one's already claimed. But I'm working down the list. The disappointing thing with that is, y'all, I've been working down the list and I've been emailing people, and I'm getting about a 50-50 response rate. I got this long list of people that said, put me on it, I want a fire pit. And then I'm emailing and reaching back out and I'm getting crickets. So I'm having to really skip people. I can't waste too much time. There's still a ton of people that want them, more than as many as I can make, but just throwing that out there. If you're not checking your email, I've responded to a lot of people that never
maybe
responded
everybody's
back.
not in the mood for it right now because it's summertime.
Well, I totally get that, but I put them on the list in the summertime. They sounded interesting.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I've got a huge just YouTube list, and I've got a bunch of people on Facebook that's been wanting them. I haven't even started a list over there because I just don't have enough pits. Unless I can get another order, and I have been struggling on finding more pits. I've lost my previous contact. Then it sounded like he did have some, would sell me some, and I don't have none right now, so I don't have so many more I can make.
Yeah, I guess he never got back with you again.
No,
Dang.
I know. Man, I need some tanks bad. Well, not just yet, but I will be flying through what I got. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Glenn's AC was broken. Everybody's AC is broke. This is a
Goodness,
horrible
y'all.
year for that. But he said he got his back going. Mr. Jimmy says we got y'all's Florida rain yesterday, 5 inches in 3 hours. That's about how it works here. Although yesterday and today, we've literally got 8 separate or independent rains yesterday and today. They've all just been light drizzles, popping lightning, none of that heavy rain for some reason. But earlier in the year, all we could get was several inches in an hour that just washed everything out. Have I seen the video where a raccoon breaks into a pen and kills a rabbit? Chickens are also on their menu. No, I have not seen that, but I know raccoons can be vicious. They're absolute killers, and they're crafty too. They can figure out how to open chicken coops and get in. That's why we lock all of our latches. I don't think they're going to figure that out, but that doesn't surprise me at all. If they get their hands on something, they'll absolutely eat it. Little trash can pandas. So Learning to Live Homestead said a smoked brisket meatloaf.
Ooh.
How would I do a brisket meatloaf? Unless you mean grind it up, because meatloaf's ground meat. Although
That sounds
I've
really
been
good.
hitting you up to make me a meatloaf this week, but now you're gonna flip it around and make me have to make my own meatloaf.
That sounds pretty good though.
It
It really does.
All right. I went flying yesterday. It was cooler at 7,000 feet. I bet it was. So the one time that we flew and jumped out like fools and went skydiving, that's what I remember, that little puddle jumper plane that ain't insulated at all. So we kept going up. It just kept getting colder and colder and colder. And what did we go up? 15,000 feet, I think it was.
Yeah, it was like 13 or 15.
Yeah, something like that before we jumped out. That was back in our young and dumb days. Not doing that no more. All right. So Glenn says, I got a good deal on that brisket. Just remember not so many years ago getting them for $12 early 2000s. Those days are gone, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh, but then I can also remember a year or so ago, people paying $120 for them, that being normal. So to find a prime brisket for $4 a pound, whoo, oh, we're going back. And we just got some ribeyes from Sam's as well. We typically always go to Costco. And I will say Sam's meat is so much better. Those ribeyes are tender, fall apart, juicy, delicious. While she was gone this weekend,
you're making me hungry.
I know. I'm starving right now too. But while she was gone this weekend, man, I was cooking ribeyes. I was smoking sausage. I ate bacon. Boy, I kind of do like this carnivore diet. Literally, my plate was a big ribeye, 2 pieces of sausage, smoked sausage that I smoked out here, and a couple pieces of bacon. I know to some of y'all that don't understand the facts, that sounds crazy, but believe it or not, it's actually quite beneficial.
I will tell you, going out of town and trying to find things to eat on this diet is a little bit of a struggle. I had everything to my option over there, but trying to think of something that I can get my money's worth and enough meat was difficult. So I got Outback and I got a steak and shrimp, but that's all I could eat, and it was like $30. And my steak was about 6 ounces, but I ordered 8 ounce.
And I bet it wasn't good as what we cook here.
Shrimp there was only 4 shrimp, and they were kind of on the smaller side. So I was starving after that meal.
All right, I just lost all my comments. It shot me down to the bottom. Let me go back up and just find something. All right, Mr. Lee wants to know any update on the fiber. No, and I'm getting aggravated. I thought I would have heard something last week. I got an email, not last week. Yeah, maybe it was the week before, saying get ready for installation. You know, sign up if you're not signed up. I've been signed up twice. They got my number and everything. Nobody's knocking on the door yet. Nobody's called me to set up my installation appointment, and I am so ready to get fiber. It's gonna be another game changer for me in editing. But right now, I mean, everything's been working just fine on cellular. Knock on wood. We'll wind up losing the other night now because I said that. Okay. So that sous vide that you're talking about, Jason, you was talking about vacuum seal that fat. I have been curious about that. We may need to look in getting a sous vide machine. I hope I'm saying that correct. Especially as we're doing nothing but meat now. So if we get some less quality or less tender cuts of meat, steaks especially, we can put in there, and that may help us with that.
I've seen some videos of that.
Yeah, we might need to try that. I don't have a clue what those things cost. We'll need to look into that. So Brandon says, best channel on YouTube. Love the content.
Oh, thanks,
Brandon. We appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. So I was trying to read what Adam said. He calls him Chat Crazy Chris. That sounds about right, since Chris won't hush about them chats. Even sent me a video link in here earlier about that.
My goodness.
So, Mr. Larry, I have not reached out to EcoFlow yet about that smart generator. I know y'all keep asking me. I'll be honest with you, I'm so booked up with projects next couple of weeks. I don't know that I want to ask them just yet in case they say, yeah, they'll send one out, because I really don't have time to do a review just yet. But in a couple of weeks, keep reminding me, I will reach out to them, because I've been very curious about that myself. And I've had so many of y'all asked about it. We might as well do that. I'm trying to be quite easy on the reviews on this channel. But stuff for EcoFlow, I definitely don't mind showing. They're a great channel partner. And if y'all ask enough like you have been, I'll absolutely reach out and see if that's something they would send me for a test. So Sharon wants to know if Adam's behaving. Most likely not. Half Pint says you got to sell to those who respond. Business is business. You are correct, which I do like to give people the opportunity. But if you go days and days and days and ain't heard from nobody, I need to be moving on, if you know what I mean. So Glenn says, speaking of the fire pits, I know what you're talking about here. About a month ago, I saw the rig that'll get the paint off of them. A laser system only costs $12,000. That's exactly right. And I know what you're talking about. I want one of those machines so bad, but there's no way on earth I can justify them. And what he's talking about, y'all, they make these machines. They're $10,000 or $12,000, crazy expensive. But it's the ones you'll see like on the Instagram reels and all, where you'll see somebody with this weird looking gun that'll weld stuff, just laser welding. And that machine also has another gun that shoots a wide laser beam out. It looks like a scanner at a grocery market. And anything it touches is gone. It evaporates rust right off of metal, paint right off of metal.
That would be fun.
And it looks cool. It sounds cool. It looks futuristic. Oh boy, if those start dropping over the years, I'll definitely have one for prepping metal and everything else. But it's going to have to be thousands less than what they're currently going for.
Could you even strip like this?
Oh yeah, it strips
Really?
anything down to bare metal. And it makes this loud pop and crack. They're really cool, man. Oh, they're so cool. Maybe one of these days we can get our hands on one. That would be awesome. All right. So looks like Adam just got recognized for being a member for 16 months. It's been 16
Yeah, I
months.
guess so.
Oh my goodness gracious. It don't seem like it's been that long since we started that. Wow. And what does he say? Hey, it's just that time of month. What does that mean? Wow, 16 months. Oh, I guess he's talking about the recognition it gave you right there. Yeah, 16 months is crazy, man. I would have never thought it'd been that long. So Bobby asked, how is your armadillo hunting going? I haven't really seen any, although I have seen some holes dug up in the yard the last several nights.
And Rigger hasn't been outside to notify us.
He did go crazy last night when I let
Did
him
he?
out for some walking. He was doing that weird sniffing, and I went and got the flashlight, but I didn't see him. They've been relatively tame. However, once I get my AC out there in my deer blind, yeah, and I can't wait to see the comments on that video. I don't mind doing a little sitting out there for some coyotes or armadillos. So we'll probably get a little more serious about that whenever I get that AC out there. Because right now it's way too hot. Oh, it's way too hot. So it's like Mr. Jimmy just got recognized by YouTube for being a member for 13 months. Thank you, Mr. Jimmy. We appreciate you. He says, loving every minute of it. Keep up the great work. Brooke Fletcher says, your nieces said hi.
Hi, kids.
Hello, Brooke.
Love y'all.
Are you burnt from the beach this weekend, Brooke?
Oh, yeah. She got some sun.
Yeah. So how's the garden doing, as hot as it is? And are you watering? Oh, yeah. We're having to water like crazy. It's been so hot. But the garden's pretty much done. Right now, we're just picking watermelons. They wound up doing quite well, although a couple nights ago had a problem. Watermelons grew out so much they grew into my electric fence, so I had to turn it off because you can't have stuff on an electric fence. 2 nights ago, I go out, electric fence is on the ground in about a 20 to 30 foot section, flipped over all out of the place, and all the vines near that side of the fence, including the vines all around my watermelons, are gone, ate up. Looks like the deer discovered the watermelons out there, tore my fence down, and ate it all up. So I put it back up.
We're not eating them, so.
Well, I know, but I got those beautiful watermelons out there. Oh, I got such beautiful watermelons. Lots of weeds and stuff though popped up, but who's never seen a watermelon field with weeds in it? And then we still got my okra is several feet tall, looking good. I'm going to can some of that when it gets up, because I'm not doing carnivore forever, by the way. You get the health benefits, and then I'm going to slowly put some stuff back in my life. So we'll can the okra. We got peppers out there like crazy. Tomatoes that we pretty much just had to let go. We've been giving some away, which they're about burned up anyways. It's just been way too hot. That's it. Grapes. Oh my goodness, thousands of grapes. Citrus is looking pretty good. Yeah, I guess that's all we got left right there. But the garden, yeah, we're pretty much done with it, to be honest with you.
Did you see those wild cantaloupes that are growing out there?
No, I hadn't paid attention to that. I need to go back out there and look around in there. Okay, so where are we at? Where are we at? Miss Lee just got recognized for being a member for 16 months. Thank you so much, Miss Lee. And where do we find good bacon? So I'll let you tell them we're finishing up our really good thick cut bacon from Costco. But what we need to verify is it doesn't have some of the ingredients in it that you don't necessarily want on this diet.
Yeah, I'm going to try to find some different. I'm pretty sure that they sell it like near the meat section. So I'm going to try to get some different bacon, but we normally get it from Costco, but I'm sure it has nitrates and stuff in it.
Nitrates and nitrites or nitrides or whatever the heck it is that we're trying to avoid. I do know where is it? Trader Joe's has one that's completely free of all that stuff that I see a lot of people promote online. We're gonna have to look around. We could be.
Neil said that they make a really good turkey bacon there that doesn't have any, but I told him that we needed the fats from the pork.
We
and
do
all
need
that,
the fats and all. That's exactly
yeah.
right, Ed. But we just want to avoid any of the additives to it. And we can't have nothing, zero sugar. Cannot have any sugar. So we have to avoid that, which that's not a problem with. Well, some bacons actually do. We have to be very careful about our seasonings. We got to be careful about our sausage. It can't have none of that stuff. So pretty much you're trying to eliminate sugars 100% out of your diet, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And then we obviously 100% preservative free now, or processed food free now, I should say. We don't want none of that in our life no more either. So Chris has a question. Why would you jump out of a perfectly good plane?
Well, I surprised Andrew for his birthday one year, and I took him and his friend skydiving. And what were you? What was that your 22nd year birthday, maybe?
Might have been my 21st or 20th. I wanted to go for my 18th birthday, and Mom and Dad said, not happening. And then maybe it was somewhere around 20, or maybe it was 21st birthday.
It was early on, and
yeah,
he had never even been in an airplane before.
Never flew in my life.
We were going, and then once we got there, he's like, "What?"
Yep, the first plane I flew in, I literally jumped out of. That is no joke. Probably
You
not.
had to watch me jump out first.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was scary, but it was adrenaline rush like no other. But I tempted fate one time and said never again. That's what you do when you're 20 years old.
Yeah.
When you're 40 years, oh heck no, man, I ain't playing that game. All right, y'all. I know the sun is beaming on my face right now. It's going through a gap. It'll set in just a minute, and we won't look so washed out. Okay. So Nancy says, "Is it my imagination, or is your iconic tree behind you looking sickly from it?" And it's been beat up pretty bad, Miss Nancy. It got tore up by the tornado 4 years ago. Then it got a lot of limbs broken out with the hurricane last year, and then we had all those tornadoes and high winds come through. What was that, 2 months ago now? And it broke a pile more limbs out of it. So that poor tree has just lost a lot of limbs. So it doesn't look the world's best.
Slight buffer just a second ago.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but we're good.
Is everybody saying we're okay?
Yeah.
All right. So Texas Homestead, thank you so very much for your generosity there. It says you need to make braised brisket or braised chuck roast with hatch chili salsa verde. Oh, that sounds so good, but that does not qualify for our diet right now, sadly. We did do braised beef ribs right before we started this diet, and we did put that video out. That was amazing.
It's really good.
We'll try some of that stuff later on. We decide to have a cheat day if we're going to do that, and or whenever we decide to start easing out of this diet after we get the benefits.
All this food talking, I'm ready to cook.
Go ahead and turn it on because I am starving.
Yeah.
Now we're probably going to have to kill that fan, or it's just going to blow all that heat on me. And then we'll just spin this fan over that way. So what kind of oak tree is it in the background? I'm not exactly sure. It's either a big water oak, sometimes they'll branch out like that, or it's a laurel oak. It's definitely not a live oak or nothing like that, although live oaks in our area do get big and bushy like that. But I think it's a laurel oak. It could be an odd water oak. Sometimes, a lot of times they'll grow just nice and straight. Sometimes they'll get big and grow crazy like that. Okay. Adam says, if you want fiber, eat some lettuce. Wrong kind of fiber, Adam. Talking about fiber internet, and you know that. All right. Brian, I appreciate the offer, but keep your machine. I appreciate you so much. We'll pick one up. I think that's what Jason's saying. They're super cheap on Amazon, so I probably should check one of those out. So y'all can see how far behind I am on the comments that I'm responding to something we talked about 10 minutes ago. Let's see what else we got. So Larry says, give them a call. It's what they had to do last year. I actually did try to call them the other day, and it was before hours. Didn't reach nobody, and I kind of forgot about it, to be perfectly honest with you. And Lance, thank you so very much for your generosity. We truly appreciate you. He said it's about that time for the next solar panel array, maybe some electrical. LOL. That's exactly right. So once we get the big project done this week, next week for the outdoor area, I'm going to start planning out and moving into that solar array because we're starting to get into the heart of hurricane season. I'm expecting power outages and issues, and I kind of would love to have that array up and running. So should we lose power, we can potentially just run 100% off grid during those times. Plus, solar does very well, and I need to kind of get some exciting content out. So it's for sure on my short list of things to do. Andrew, reach out to Cotton Top about help with your excavator. Says Hammer. I actually do watch his channel occasionally. He's got some really cool stuff. I started watching him years ago when he was still a Husqvarna man. Now he's went to steel like he should have. And before he got all those excavators, kind of back when he was just mowing and doing stuff like that. I don't think he lives but a few hours from me up in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. So, Brad, good question. I know we're a few months away, but are y'all still coming to the Ag Expo in Moultrie this year? As of right now, it sounds like, yes, I am coming. I was just talking with a company this past week. We're already discussing it. So it sounds like for sure one day we're thinking about potentially going up a couple of days, maybe just do us a day looking around. But for sure, and I think this year we're going to move it to the opening day, weather permitting. If weather's not good, we may have to move it, because last year we missed a lot of people that went on the first day. We went on the second day, plus the second day
was school day.
It's school day. People everywhere waiting in line forever to get food, school buses everywhere. So I think we're going to skip the school day this year and try the first day and try to catch all the people that apparently go on the opening day. And if I remember correctly, I forgot the dates, but I think it's the middle of October. And that's
it sounds about right.
Yeah, and it's in Moultrie, Georgia. For anybody that maybe want to come up and meet us, we'll be there all day long. We'll probably go to a couple different vendors' booths that sponsor the channel, do some meet and greets there. It's a good place for you to find us, and that we'll just be at 2 locations. And if we do a walk around day, I'll let you know. Although I'm thinking our walk around day may be the day before it even opens to the public. I think we're going to be able to potentially go in early because we're working with the vendors that are setting up there. But we'll keep all that posted. Good question. It's definitely something we need to go ahead and start talking about. All right. Crystal says made lemon dump cake. Not bad either. I am obsessed. I am not a sweets person at all. My mom started making a lemon pound cake this past year with icing on it and white chocolate chunks on top. I don't know what a lemon dump cake is, but could be similar. Oh man, there's something about lemon cake that is just amazing to me. Although I can't eat it right now. I'm on a diet. Man, I'm running out of water.
Need me to grab you some?
If you wouldn't mind, because
Okay.
I'm getting caught in the mouth. There's one thing I've noticed about this diet. I am drinking so much water. It's probably because of the salts and fats that we're having to take in. So Lauren says the laser machines are proprietary. They have a huge legal sign off on them to get them. I could see that unless you order it straight from overseas, because man, you point that laser in the wrong direction, you blinded somebody, you burnt somebody. That's crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. All right. So how many chickens do we have now? We still have all of them. We haven't lost any, although we had a couple close calls, we felt like. We have 7 laying hens and 1 aggravating rooster. There's Cash saying hello to Zoe. I see Cash just got recognized for being a member for 16 months. We appreciate you, buddy. Glad to see that you're on. Everybody was asking about you. So Julie says, I found a huge pile of coyote poop in my driveway this morning. Wish I had your thermal scope. Yes, and I was shocked a couple weeks ago whenever I kept going out in the daylight, seeing a mama deer out there, a doe, who I know was protecting a baby in the bushes. And she's having a standoff with a coyote out there. Now it's 300 yards away. I don't have a rifle on my Ranger to where I can take a shot. So it is what it is, but that's pretty brazen to see one out in the daytime like that. All right, y'all, I'm gonna move the camera. Ruger, get out of the kitchen. Go, 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 go.
So as y'all know, we are on the carnivore diet, so nothing too exciting on the Blackstone, but we're gonna do bacon wrapped chicken tenders. We're eating a lot of beef, so I'm trying to change it up a little bit.
All right, y'all. I know I got y'all pointing toward the sun, and that's gonna be a bit bright. It's just what we're working with. We're not a cooking channel. Not really, although we show some cooking videos. We're just out here chatting. Bacon.
Bacon, bacon, bacon.
Thick cut, good bacon too. I'm surprised I am no more burnt out on this diet than I am. But again, it's because we're constantly doing stuff like this. Now, with that said, you really shouldn't eat chicken often. You shouldn't eat much fish on this, not because it's bad for you, because it doesn't give you all the fats and stuff that you really need as fuel and energy.
But
Then-
we have to change it up, though.
Oh yeah, we do have to change it up. So chicken once a week, fish once a week. That's a good change up. And then we get all of our fats and fuels from the beef and other stuff that we eat, and occasional pork. Well, bacon obviously, but we haven't really done a whole lot of pork. I guess we
Nope.
could, but beef is supposed to be like the most nutritious and best meat to do while you're on this.
Yeah, we did country style ribs.
Yeah, we did that
That
one
was
time.
good.
It's kind of weird going from carbs and sugars, which you absolutely don't need in your body, but your body will go to that first. And that's what most people's bodies run on, because we just take too much of that stuff in. Then they go to a diet like this where you're forcing fats down your throat, because your body 100% is designed to run on fats as fuels. And if it doesn't have the sugar and other stuff, well, that's what it needs. And that's what it really should be having anyways. It's such a weird diet to get used to, because it goes against everything that we were taught and raised. And as we're all starting to find out in our later years, everything we were taught and raised to believe isn't necessarily as true as we once thought. So Bob Casey says, one of my favorite channels now. I always look forward to the notifications.
Oh,
Bob, we
thank
appreciate you so much. I'm glad you enjoy the content. So CNC Equipment bought one of those laser rust removal tools. Video expected soon. I think so I call him Chasing Smoke, but Chasson Smoke. He's the guy that builds rocket stoves for a living. He's got a pretty big Instagram following, and he does stuff on YouTube as well. He's the last one that I seen got one of those tools in his shop. Man, y'all should really go check his channel out, especially if you like fabrication or rocket stoves and things like that. But he was showing it off. Such a cool tool. I want one so bad, but I absolutely cannot justify one of those right now. I'm not pumping enough stuff out of my shop, and I'm not welding for a living. Uh-oh.
What?
It shot me all the way to the bottom, and I've done lost. That's so aggravating. And I lost my comments in my place. I don't know why it does that. So Jason says, now we need cow, pigs, and a fish pond instead of a garden. Yeah. But I'm smart enough to know we're going to go back into some vegetables, some
Mainly
fruits.
our vegetables that we
Yes, that's
harvest.
exactly right.
And that's, I mean, kind of what we were already doing anyways, but
Yeah, but this really forced us to take a step back, look at what we're consuming, read the labels, get clean, get your body clean. That's the whole point of what I want to do with this diet. Get our bodies as clean as they can be. So then when you start introducing a few things back, I'm not going to introduce a pile back, and we're definitely not doing no more sugars and processed foods. We done beat it. We done got past the symptoms of getting off of that stuff. But as we introduce certain things back, you may find that you have an allergic reaction or a skin issue or some sort of issue to a simple vegetable or a piece of broccoli or something like that. But you just don't know until you slowly introduce things back, see how it impacts your body. So I'm kind of looking forward to that process. I absolutely love vegetables, want to get some of them back in my life. But right now, we're getting all the nutrients we need from the foods that we're eating, taking good multivitamins, all that good stuff. So, Takes Home says, you need fat, ? Absolutely you do. Beef tallow, we got it. Bacon grease, beef tallow, beef fat in general, fatty foods is what you want, because if you don't have it, well, your body's not going to run well. That's your fuel now that you're not pumping it full of sugar. And y'all, apologize. I know the sun is shining right into y'all. It is what it is. It's dropping. It should get a little better. You got a good point there, Big Wave. Something I've been thinking about. Buy pork belly when it's on sale and use your gravity smoker to make your own bacon. So that is something we should start looking into. I see a lot of people doing that. We can thick cut it, make it however we want.
that sounds really
So
good.
smoked pork belly, that sounds awesome. Bacon makes everything better. It absolutely does. And believe it or not, I'm a weirdo. When I was younger, I did not like bacon. I mean, I was a
I didn't like sausage.
yeah. When I was a kid, I didn't like steak. I wanted hot
now
dogs
that
and
is
hamburgers.
very
But
weird.
that's because we didn't have much money as a kid, and we ate when we rarely had steaks. It was the toughest sirloins on the planet. There wasn't no buying ribeyes or none of that good stuff. So I got tired of them chewy, cheap steaks, and I would just always tell Dad, make me a hot dog or a hamburger. But I don't think I started eating bacon to what, my 20s, 30s? Yeah. It ain't been that long ago. It's not like I hated bacon. I just never really cared for it. I've been eating it 10 plus years now. I got you, Brian. When you say bacon that has no cure in it, it's misleading. They usually use celery powder which is probably something we should avoid as well. But the nitrates and nitrites is what we're ultimately trying to avoid. Uh-oh. I see buffer, but I'm so far behind that might have been a while back.
It might have, yeah.
All right. Yeah, Joe says, you let the love of your life jump out of an airplane. You better have followed her. That was the scariest part for me. That's when it was real. I watched a couple of my best friends jump out ahead of me, and then watching my future wife jump out ahead of me, that was the moment I was like, what the heck am I doing? And, you know, I pray that they're all going to be on the ground to meet me. Like, that was just a really weird feeling. Yeah, right. Cash says, I eat oatmeal, raisin, fiber bars. I didn't know it was fiber, and out of the box, 12, only 5 are left. Oh, boy. Let me know how that works out for you, buddy. You and Adam can have a conversation about his favorite subject. All right, so Kelsey says, new viewer here. Love all your pool, deck, house, and tour videos. Your property is gorgeous. How many acres do you have? So welcome, Kelsey. And
Hello.
I'm sorry for the setup and us blinding you. Typically, this is what we do. Just hang out on Friday afternoons, do a little, or Sunday afternoons. Sunday afternoons, hang out, do a little cooking, chatting, and well, yeah, nothing professional about it all. So we have 50 acres here in North Florida. We've had it for about 11 years. I wish I hadn't started a channel back when we got it because it looked completely different than what it looks like now.
A lot of work into
We've
it.
poured our heart and soul into this place, and we feel absolutely blessed to have it. So thank you for jumping on, spending your Sunday afternoon with us, and thank you for watching our content.
You want to go ahead and say it again for the people that jumped on about our live stream, and then we'll say it again at the end?
Yeah. So anybody that jumped on, if you are a member, we're going to do our first ever member live stream this Wednesday at 7 p.m. I understand middle of the week and the timing. Some of y'all may not be able to catch it. We'll move the date and time around. We're going to try to do this at least once a month. So if you want to set Wednesday aside at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be putting out a notification that morning. So Adam says, I'm in my room with the AC blasting. Well, we're outside with what was once 3 fans blasting at us. It's the only way to make it nice and enjoyable. So Crystal says I should call Daniel Arms and let him know to meet you there. I'm assuming you're meaning at the expo. Ooh, keep in mind that's probably 15-hour drive for him. I don't know if he'd be up for that, but you never know. Everybody's talking about the lemon pound cake. Oh, I wish I could eat some. Mr. Jimmy says, I'm getting excited for deer season. Got some nice ones on camera. Just hope they stay around. Isn't that always the case? Around August, I'll start getting all my buck pictures. You've got the bachelor groups. That could be 5 in one picture. And then it's like they get a memo. The day hunting season starts, they just vanish. Or they only come out at 2 or 3 a.m.
Ah.
What you got going on? Ooh, that is popping
chicken
everywhere.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yes, it is. But can't go wrong with bacon. Now, the only thing that we don't like about cooking the bacon out here on this is we can't capture the grease. But she'll cook bacon in the oven, and then we can pour the grease off and filter it after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually put it in cool little cubes. I'll have to show y'all how we do that one day. Throw them in the freezer, and you've got perfect size little cubes to come out whenever you need them. So Brad says, thanks for the comment. I live in Moultrie. Awesome. So look forward to the expo over. Missed y'all last year. So hopefully you're going on the first day, Brad, and we will look forward to seeing you there. Adam says, I need my sunglasses for that bald head. Thanks, Adam. And this is actually super long hair for me. I look rough. I need to cut all this off tonight. So Jesse says we should try some lamb. Tiffany actually had some lamb in the buggy the other day, but I kind of told her, I tried lamb when we went out to Vegas, and I just wasn't a fan of it. I really wasn't.
I think we should give it a try, though.
I guess. It's pretty lean, though. Really lean.
True.
Fried bologna on that diet, says Mr. Jimmy. Absolutely not. Because, Jimmy, if you look at the junk that's in that, that's what we're trying to avoid. You talk about a processed food. Oh, no. All right. Which of our chickens will be for eating? None of them. Those homegrown chickens are tough as nails. We tried it once and we're like, I don't think we really want to do that again. All right, I better jump down, y'all. I'm so far behind. So Texas Homestead said, yeah, his nose hairs used to look like his armpits. Oh boy, y'all talking about the nose trimmer again? Hey, I've been using it. It actually does work. Oh boy, thank you very much, Texas Homestead. Mr. Mike, we appreciate you. He says, right, WRIGHT bacon from Sam.
Yeah, that's what our friends eat.
It's awesome. Yep, my buddy loves that bacon. He says it's so good. So we'll check that out. I think we're going to start going to Sam's for our meat because we love Costco, but Sam's definitely seems to have the better deals and the better meat. That's for sure. So since you have your excavator, when is the pond built episode coming? I would need an excavator about 5 times that size to really get serious about building the size pond that I want. I'd be out there for a couple of years with a little 24-inch bucket. But we do have some other very fun stuff coming that we haven't shared with y'all yet, but we will when the time is right.
Secrets.
Secrets. We always got them. Justin says no cheese. While you can have certain types of cheese on the carnivore, we try to avoid it. You really don't want too much dairy.
We're doing cheese tomorrow because I'm making tacos.
And not tacos like you think.
Yeah.
Are you making the
No, I'm gonna try different tortillas.
not tortillas?
I'm making them though.
Yeah.
Yeah, carnivore tortillas.
Carnivore tortillas, which sounds crazy. Y'all, she's done made carnivore buns, which is out of egg. You can do cheese skirt tacos, certain types of cheese now. And then you made tortillas last week with what was it? Pork rinds, egg, other stuff?
No, it was just the tortillas, the taco shells.
Yeah,
that was just cheese.
Okay, just cheese. So that works out. So
this one will have the pork rinds. It'll have everything else in it.
So y'all, you'd be amazed what you can do with pork rinds. Those are allowed because that's just fried fat. Got to be plain though. Can't have all the sugars and seasonings on them. You crunch those up, mix with a little egg wash and a couple of other things that are all, animal based. You can make some really cool stuff. I'm talking what appears to be hamburger buns, tortilla shells, things like that. But it's all falls within what's allowed on this diet. So if you get creative, it's actually pretty easy to follow this diet. So Crystal says, I hope everyone took advantage of those awesome Amazon sales. Oh boy, we did. We picked up quite a few things on Amazon Prime Day. And a huge shout out and thank you to everybody that used our link, our Amazon link for all your shopping this week. We had a really good bump up. We are not far away from qualifying for a second Amazon bonus because y'all have been just blowing up our Amazon store. We thank y'all for making your purchases through it. It means the world to us. It really does. Yes, that's wound up being a huge part of our stay-at-home income. It really, really has. So Adam, Miralax Flush Fund. Thanks, Adam. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it on this diet. Hey, we got to talk about his favorite subject.
Yeah.
So Wesley, I see you're back. Thank you for joining us. Been a while. And he says, are we talking carnivore? Yes, we've been on carnivore for what, 2
weeks?
About to be 2 weeks now.
Tuesday will be 2 weeks.
I got to turn that camera up. It's been a lot easier to go on than I realized, mainly thanks to Tiffany and her awesome creative ideas in cooking. We dropped 7 pounds like the first week. I'm already seeing improvements with like skin rashes that I've had my entire life, basically an autoimmune type of disease, which a lot of people have autoimmune issues that affect you in different ways. My gum swelling is almost non-existent, y'all. Used to, pretty much my entire life, if I would eat stuff like steak 2 times in a row, it would irritate my gums. If I'd do floss, which I've been doing a lot of floss and eating meat, my gums would bleed and they would swell up so bad for an entire day. Painful, and that's actually not a good sign for your body. Oral care is like the start of everything. Well, since I've been on carnivore for about 2 weeks now, gum swelling, everything almost non-existent. Like I'm getting rid of things I've had since I was 13 years old. So I'm loving seeing that side of it. I can't wait till we're about a month and a half in. I think that's when we're really going to see our best results.
Yeah.
Lose another 7 or 10 pounds. Hopefully we get to watch our blood pressure. Hopefully that really starts dropping. Really looking forward to the benefits of this. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, Crystal, for telling everybody to hit the thumbs up button. Why is it not letting me scroll? Hang on, y'all. My comment screen is acting up. There we go. All right, Christine, thank you so very much. Just gifted out another 10
Thank
membership
you,
people.
Christine.
Appreciate you so much. So if you got a membership, whether you want it or not, you at least got it for a month. And oh, bug just hit me right in the eye. Hopefully it wasn't a wasp. So we are doing a members only live stream this Wednesday. So those of y'all, she's done gifted out 20 generous memberships tonight. Y'all want to jump on it? You are more than welcome to. I've seen a homesteader that uses beef bacon. Have you ever heard of it? I have never heard of anything called beef bacon. Have you heard of it?
No.
Nope. Haven't seen or heard of that at all. I see Mr. Jimmy must have. Did you accidentally block somebody or just kill a comment? I see you apologizing. Yeah. Hey, it happens. I've did it before too. So Robert says, question, I'm late. How much weight have you lost? So in 2 weeks, well, I've lost about 7 pounds. I lost pretty much all that the first week. Now I'm kind of holding still for the last 3 days, which is odd. But hopefully we'll start to, hopefully
dropping even more.
Yeah, we'll see that.
Now I've been about the same.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm seeing other really good set. I've already went down 2 to 3 notches in my belt. And this is a brand new belt because I lost 20 pounds over many months a while back when we started kind of doing lower carb stuff. We started making some better choices, getting away from high carbs, some processed foods, but the carnivore diet takes it to a whole nother level. So I'm really curious to see how much more weight that we're going to lose. I have a feeling it's about to start just melting off of us if we keep sticking to stuff like this. That's relatively low calories and doesn't have all that other junk in our body that our body has to deal with. Yeah, Glenn says, I've been listening instead of watching, but just noticed both of y'all lost some weight. Yeah, I'm down. So I was 225 a few months ago, highest weight I've ever been in my life. And now I keep bouncing around 198. It's probably the first time I've been under 200 in years. I mean, absolute years. And hopefully I want to get to 185. That's like my perfect weight, I feel like, for my body type. I don't want to get too much skinnier than that. And then at that point, I may start introducing some surplus calories and other types of things in my diet just to hold there. Let's see what else we got going on. I don't know why this keeps popping. Oh, it's driving me crazy. Okay. Can't see y'all's comments because there's a notice on my screen, but I just finally got it to go away.
Woo, this thing is hot.
Yep, Brad, you're exactly right. And we do watch a lot of the meats we pick up in bulk and look for a lot of them that don't have that nitrates and stuff all in there. Certain things aren't necessarily labeled, but your sausages and your bacons and everything else that we grab, we find the package that says it has none of those additives. And she went shopping there just last week, picked up a bunch of stuff, and we found quite a bit, including some beef
jerky sticks.
Yeah, jerky sticks that have no sugars, no nitrates, no nitrites, none of that stuff. So that's an excellent little quick snack to have right there. And if I'm
all right, here's our bacon wrapped chicken tenders. I don't know if y'all can see it. I don't know how the lighting looks.
Yeah, I know. I don't have the light very good. And if I'm successful this year with goodness gracious, there's all kinds of blocking people and then unhiding them. All right. So yeah, y'all get Jerry back unblocked if y'all haven't already.
Wow.
Jerry's been with us a long time. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, y'all get Jerry back. So let's see what else we got here. I guess it's been about an hour. Well, I guess we're gonna eat. Miss Lee, I'm just now making it down to the bottom. Thank you so very much. So unbelievably generous. So she says, how is Tiffany's sewing room progressing? You trying to get me in trouble? We're working on her outdoor area right now. That's what she wants. We're working on her outdoor area. She's done sent me like a Pinterest list last week with all these creative ideas on something I got to build her, which we're going to start on this week.
I almost brought it up the other day when we were stuck inside with a thunderstorm, but I was like, I'll let it slide.
Goodness gracious. We still got to go in and out and get all that stuff down so that if we're stuck inside with all the lightning and the thunderstorm.
I'm sure we could just stack it up by the door and then take it out.
Thank you so much, Miss
Thank
Lee.
you,
That is
Miss Lee.
so
That'll
kind and
motivate
generous.
him.
Yeah. So Texas Homestead said you lost 7 pounds in 1 week without basically doing a home gym or anything. Yeah, like weight melted off of us. And a lot of that's probably because, without getting graphic, Adam, your body cleans itself out once it realizes after a couple of days
And it's
that
really not that bad.
it ain't that bad. But it cleans itself out once it realizes, oh, you're no longer giving me sugars and junk. Well, I guess we need to get that out of our body, and we got to start burning fats now. And then after a few more days, you go into ketosis, which is where your body starts figuring out, okay, we're going to run on fats now. We're going to start eating stored fats. If it's less than what's incoming, the natural way a body's supposed to work. So yeah, I mean, things just start dropping quick. The first week's the roughest week, just as your body transitions. Once you get past it, man, weight's just been melting off of us. I know that sounds unhealthy to drop that fast, but now we're holding for a few days. And I expect we're going to go through another spurt, especially as we're outside working, burning calories, to where it just melts off of us again. But I'll be at my target weight probably pretty soon. And then we're being healthier all in the process. So we didn't really lose much. I guess the first week, Robert, if I'm being honest, that was maybe 5 pounds. Second week was a couple pounds.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
The first week was like 3 or 4, but then by the second week we were already down 7.
That's right. So we haven't been tracking it day by day, but we both were like, man, this weight is melting off of us. So we'll grab a couple more comments, and then I guess we are going to wrap this thing up. We typically chat about an hour, and I'm going to eat because I'm starving, y'all. So Scrammy says, my wife and I bought 30 acres in North Florida that we're planning on building a house on the next few months. Any recommendations on land improvements or clearing we should tackle first? I mean, clear for your home site. Think about future pastures, anything like that. That takes a while because you're going to have to go out there. I don't know how grown up your property is. I had to work for months getting our yard and pastures, all the brush cut down, tilling it under, getting all the roots and stuff to rot, dragging it smooth because of all the roughness that was out there, and then getting it planted in grass. It takes a long time to think that ahead. Suggestion that I can give you, if you have any area that you're willing to plant, the rule in Florida used to be, it may vary by county, if you do more than 10% of your property in planted pines, which we did, that's one of the first things I did to our property, you qualify as a tree farmer. Guess what that means? You now get certified tax breaks on equipment that can be tied to maintaining those trees. Maybe that's a tractor, maybe that's spray equipment, maybe that's something else that you're going to use elsewhere. Go ahead and be thinking about how you can have your property working for you and getting you some tax advantages. That's something not a lot of people talk about. That helped us out dramatically in the first few years. Yeah. Same thing with YouTube and us having a home business. The tax advantages that we've been given, that for the first few years was worth more to us than the little bit of income that was coming in. Thankfully, we're now reaching the point where after years of growing this thing, the income's higher than the tax advantages, but the tax advantages are always there. So it's just a double thank you. So be thinking about that. That's something really good for your property. Go ahead and start looking for your place for water too, because you may say we're putting the house right here, and you may find out there ain't water anywhere near there, nothing that you can drill and get to. And the well may have to be somewhere completely different on the property. You can't just always hit good water right where you think you are.
Good advice. Very good advice.
Definitely be thinking about that. All right. Adam, thank you so very much. I want to make sure I don't miss nobody here.
Thank you, Adam. Yeah, he was being.
So Jerry got blocked for political stuff. Well, while we don't talk about much political stuff on here, Jerry has been with us a long time. So unblocking, but yeah, let's keep the.
I think he's already been unblocked. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. We like Jerry. Jerry's been with us a long time, but yeah, we definitely don't do political stuff on here. Lord knows there's plenty of that in the news and other channels to find. We like to keep things nice and airy and happy here. Yeah, we don't talk about that stuff. Not that it's not on our mind and everybody else's mind. We totally understand that. We get it. So, Mr. Gray, thank you so very much. I'm glad. I don't want to miss all y'all before we get out of here.
Mr. Gray.
He says, why don't you block me? No, we would never block you.
Oh.
He says, here's to the fence fund. You need a place for some beef to graze. Yes, sir, we absolutely do.
Be nice right now.
I really wish we had our cows now, especially doing this diet, because we'd go get an entire cow butchered, which is big money. But at the end of the day, it's quality stuff. You know what's in it. It's yours, and it's less than really going to the store and buying the same type of grass-fed beef and everything else. So that's something we're going to try to work on this winter and fall, but we've got some other big things in the works. We'll get there when we can get there. And we appreciate you so much because that's going to be one huge, expensive project that we have got to tackle. That's for sure. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss nobody else here. Y'all, thank y'all so much. Y'all been so
Yes, thank y'all
kind, so kind and generous tonight.
Don't forget, Wednesday at 7, live stream for the members.
Yeah, and
about
then
30 minutes or so.
yeah, we'll do something like that. Maybe go a little longer. We'll just have to see how the flow of it works. I know middle of the week, I'm not expecting a lot of people on there. And then next Sunday, I know we had some new people tonight, like Kelsey and others. Every Sunday night at 7 p.m., we do a live stream. Pretty much what you're seeing right here. We'll hang out in one location of the home, chit chat. It's laid back, relaxed, nothing like the content that we produce. So thank y'all so much for watching tonight. Thank y'all so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. We love and appreciate y'all. Y'all been a blessing. Thank you for all the kindness and generosity tonight. We do not take this for granted at all. And we love the community that we have here and all of y'all reaching out and helping each other and how we can keep it fun and airy and just we really do look forward to it. And we thank y'all so much for it. So good night. God bless.
Night.
We'll catch
Have a
y'all on
good
the next
week.
one. Yep. Have a great week.